bum bum. Boom boom boom. Boom boom boom. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? Yo, Bono's this and Bono's that. Bono no Jack. Hit the like button when y'all come through, y'all. Hit the like button when y'all come through. Um, Hit the like button, man. What's up? What's up? Y'all hit the like button coming through, man. We on a late night tip. What up? You the first person in here for once. It's usually you the last. Talking about something. How long you been live? Check 1 2. What up, y'all? Yeah, heaven and night. What's up, Gloria Austin? What's up, Earblug Vlog? What up, my girl Keisha? What's up, Gloria? Sexy Sixty. We on the late night tip. Sexy Sixty at work. You know? Oh man, oh man. Lot to discuss here. Crystal clear in the building. Y'all give me them hearts, man. I want to see the hearts. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, and we up together. So we should all be congratulating each other. You feel me? I ain't gonna keep y'all long, but we gotta talk about a few things. So let me just clear up a couple of things. Let's say she's going to 400K. As you say, okay, Crystal. Hey, chat, what are you doing? I'm pooping and scrolling right. Ariel, thank you, Ariel, for letting us know that you pooping. Right? At least you keeping it real. Real stinky. All right, man. So there's a few things going on that we discussed. A lot of people hit me up. A lot of Barty gangers hit me up like, oh, what's going on? Like, what is this number? So I'm going to explain that to y'all. I'm also want to talk about somebody's put something in my chat. Y'all make sure that you hit the like button coming through the door. I need to see as many likes as I see people in here. I'm going to break it down to y'all as a person that was in the industry for 21 and a half years. Let me tell y'all what's going on. Body gang, I see y'all panicking. Scared, panicking. But then somebody said to me, "Oh, if she does 185, that should be a flop because y'all said Queen was a flop." First of all, whenever you mention the album Queen, the Nicki Minaj album Queen, don't put me in it. Don't put me in it because that's my favorite Nicki Minaj album. So don't put me in it and say y'all said that it flopped. I never said nothing. So if you want to go back, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button coming through the door, man. As many people that I see in here, I need to see that many likes. So when you start talking about a flop, this a flop, that a flop, oh, but Queen did 185 and y'all said it flop. No, I never said nothing, right? Like I said, that's my favorite Nicki album. So you ain't talking to me, right? I only judge albums by what I think. That's my opinion. Like the other people, they can have their own opinion. Maybe in their opinion, Nicki Minaj flopped at 185. That's their opinion. But that was never my opinion, right? But I can tell you why people said that 185 flopped. And I'm also going to tell you why, if Cardi B does 185, why you can't say she's a flop. We also going to talk about 6ix9ine um, confirming some news that I told y'all years ago, right? 6ix9ine did it today. He kind of confirmed the news today, right? This the transgender channel? Ray Moore. What do you mean? Is this the transgender channel? What are you talking about? Do I look like a transgender to you? Let me make sure I got some moderators in here, cause you know at nighttime, late at night, there be some freaks on here. All right? People be talking crazy. What's up, Heavy Bear? Recommending me here says it for transgender. Mm. No, this is not a transgender channel. So, do I got any moderators in here? Because here we go. No, I'm not a transgender. Yeah, they come out at night. What's up, Vonda Miles? What's up, Ruggins? I come for hip hop. That's right. I hear you, Vonda Miles. We have hip hop. So we're going to discuss some hip hop, right? I don't know if I got any moderators in here tonight, but if I got any moderators, they going to take care of y'all. Keep it up. When will the public get the true album and CD sales? Okay, so let's discuss all that, right? Ray Moore, this is not your channel. Okay, this is not your channel. Now, listen. The first thing we want to address is what everybody's talking about, and that is the message that's going around that's saying, "Oh, she's projected to do 125 to 150." Right? Y'all have to remember something. Those are just the numbers projected strictly without physical. Physical has not been added to it. Y'all make sure you hit the like button as you come to the door. Physical has not been added to it. Neither has pure sales. Neither has pre-sales. So you have to remember, that's the number without those three things. So they're saying, judge it from now. You have to remember, it's only been 24 hours, a little over 24 hours, right? Because it came out Friday at midnight. So, okay, like 48 hours. Saturday at midnight. No, Saturday at midnight. So it's been a little over 24 hours. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now what's going on, Vonda Miles. So no, they're not lying, but you have to remember something. They're only doing projective numbers after 24 hours. These numbers were put out on Friday. The album only came out Friday at midnight. So they're taking the projective of the amount of streams that they saw so far, and they're going to project that amount over the next 7 days. But what you have to remember is this does not include pre-sales. This does not include physical copies, and this does not include um, physical, pure, or pre-sales. This doesn't include that, right? Going to Apple Music. Correct, Tyree. That's just streaming views and what was bought, like streaming, right? So that's all that is right now. And again, that's just a projection, right? So remember, when they do an estimate, right? when they do an estimate or projection, especially it's only been one day, right? It won't even be 48 hours until Sunday night. No, Friday at midnight, Saturday at midnight. Okay, so it's been a little over 48 hours. So here's the deal. Um, what they said they're looking at, I'm hoping she proves them wrong. And I know people in Atlanta who bought vinyls, right? That doesn't include vinyls and all the other stuff, the drones and pre. So if you're looking at it from that standpoint, where it's estimated to be at 125 to 150. First of all, those estimates after one day are never right. I remember they estimated what was Nikki's last time, PF2. Remember they were like, oh, it's estimated to sell 175. That they gave the same estimate, and then it ended up selling 228 or 238, whatever it sold. So those estimates are just, again, it's just an estimate, right? This could have been summed up in an email. Well, you can leave. Is this interesting to anybody? You can leave, Ruggins, and I'll see you next time when there's something more interesting. Uh, Aaron Bakowski, I don't email people, so it couldn't have been summed up in an email because I don't email people, right? What's up, Mister and Mrs. Mitchell? Jay is chilling. Yes, I don't know. Yeah, well, this could have been summed up in an email. The fuck you think I'm Trump? I ain't emailing you niggas. Mimi Hilton. So, what's up, Miss Asha? Right. This is a vocal show. I don't know who y'all thought show you was coming to. And furthermore, I ain't even got your email and don't want it. Jesus loves you. All pick up the cross and follow him through. Yeah, Ron, I'm telling you, Ron, the haters is crazy. Oh, this could be so. Oh, is this interesting to anybody? You notice nobody didn't answer you back. I'm very interesting. That's why they come here, right? So again, the number that you're seeing, 125 to 150, that is an estimate based on the amount of streams that they saw, right? They're gonna figure that as the days go on, the streams are gonna get weaker by the day. So that's why they said estimated what they say 125 to 150, but that does not include pre-sales, physical sales, and vinyls. So I'm thinking more along the line of about 185 to 200K. Now a lot of people still say that it's going to be more than that. It's possible, but when I make these predictions, I'm usually within 5 or 10,000. Right? Do I believe that number? Um, I believe, yeah, I mean, well, you have to remember, it's an estimate, right? It's an estimate. So, yeah, I believe if they're estimating it based on what they've seen so far, as far as streams go, yeah, they might be in the pub, but they don't know how many physical copies she sold. They don't know how many vinyls she sold. Remember, she still got other meet and greets. They don't know how many she's going to sell in those days. All that stuff it can't be added up yet, right? But I am usually right. When it comes to these predictions, I'm usually around the money. Let's not forget, it was me who said Nicki Minaj was going to do 223. She did 228. I was within 5,000. It was me who said Doja Cat would do 80K. She did 76. I was in 4,000. It was me who said Megan Thee Stallion would do 70. I think she did 64, something like that. I was in the ballpark again. It was me who said that called Ice Spice, Lotto, and all of them right on the head. I said they won't exceed 30K, and none of them exceeded 30K. Uh, Good news. I said she'll do about 100. That was probably my worst prediction. I said she'll do like 150. She did 100. But I'm all my predictions for the most part are right in the ballpark. I got Queen head on. I said she'll do like 185 because she's not gonna do what the other all her albums were going down. I said in the one before that, I think the Pink Print did like 278 or three like, and I said Queen, she's in the middle of a hate train. I said she gonna do like 185, 190. She did 185 on the head. So I'm usually right with these predictions. I'm gonna stay with about. I originally said 155 to be honest, but then when I saw her rollout and I was like, okay, her rollout is pretty dope. I said I'm gonna give her about 30,000 more because of the rollout, right? I mean, hey, it's me. I mean, you might. I mean, you could be right. I just think it's gonna do more than 150. Are you playing with those cards? Nah, I don't play with cards. You know I'm a preacher's kid. I don't play with no cards, sexy 60. Okay, so the update won't be given until actually the update don't come out until next Monday, but um you'll probably get an idea by Friday. Probably by Friday, right? Turn the live off, man. Give it up. Okay, I'll tell you what, Ruggins. Let me help you up out of here, okay? Ruggins, hide user on this channel. There you go. There you go. Nobody can see anything you're saying now, Ruggins. And the bad part is, you are still in the live, and you really think that you're still in the live. But see, the thing is, you can still hear me, but anything you post, we can't see it. Isn't it a beautiful thing? So sit back and listen, enjoy the show, but just remember, when you talk, we can't see you. Uh, what'd you say, Ruggins? Oh, never mind. We can't hear you. We can't see you. Anybody else? Who was the other person that said this could be held in an email? I think they just left. Okay, see, they did the smart thing. They wasn't feeling it. They left. If you're not feeling it, leave. That's all. I'm here to answer questions to people who want answers. You know what I mean? I'm here to answer questions for people who want answers. What do I think about Jay Z losing? What did he lose? What the? Because he didn't get the what he didn't get the casino 190K. I said 185, so 190. We right? 123 here in Chicago. Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Mitchell. 223. Oh, about him losing the casino? I didn't feel nothing. I'm be honest with you. As a Jay-Z fan, I didn't want him to get the casino, to be honest. So me personally, I'm happy he didn't get it because I didn't want him to get the casino because then when things start happening, they were going to find a way to blame Jay-Z. Right? Yeah, exactly, Crystal. Exactly. Exactly. So that's my cue said. I personally don't think this album was a good follow up after 7 years. The R&B artists actually carried a lot of the records. A lot of the songs sounded dated, and they were just random selected from the safe. Um, I respect your opinion. I don't agree with it, but I can see where you would think that because we've heard a couple of songs like Trophies. We know Trophies has been out a while. We know Outside she made last year. We know, of course, WAP and Up, right? I don't really think that. So if she would have put this album out 4 years ago, you think it would have been a good album? Because if you said you don't think this album is good for a 7 year wait, so if she would have put this same album out 4 years ago, are you saying you would have felt different about it? Let me know. I like the rap songs more than the other songs. I enjoyed it. It's a bomb hit. It's a fun album. Yes. Okay, so that's my cue said if they would have put the album out 4 years ago, they would enjoy it more. I can respect it. I can respect it. I can respect it. Minus the context of the divorce related tracks. Okay. Hey, if they said that's my cue as a Bob, at least they're not acting like the other Bobs. At least they're not saying, "Oh, it was trash, it was garbage." Oh, she said. At least they said, "Okay, if this album would have been put out 4 years ago, they would have enjoyed it more." I can respect that. At least Cardi came out with the album finally. That's true. That's true. I think her follow up is very good. Her rapping is better. I agree with that as well. Right. I hear you. That's my cue. Let me tell you something. That's my cue. And here, contrary to what a lot of people think, I don't hate Nicki Minaj, but I'm just strictly for the music. Like I'm strictly a music person. I don't get involved all in their personal life and stuff like that. Like that don't matter to me. Right? You talking to a dude who still listen to R. Kelly. You know, I feel bad for whoever, whatever harm R. Kelly caused to those people, but he didn't do that to my daughter. So sorry. Feeling on your booty. I still listen to that song weekly. Sorry. Not sorry. That ain't my business. I like the imaginary players and Petty is definitely not garbage. No. I like the imaginary players too, even though a lot of people didn't like it. And I like Pretty and Petty. Um, but my ish is killing you hoes. That's my shit. Cardi did a phenomenal job. The album I give it a 6.5 out of 10. That's my opinion. So crystal clear. I actually gave it an 8, but I can respect it. 6.5 is better than mid, so I respect your opinion. And Mr. and Mrs. Mitchell, I heard a lot of people. I didn't give it a 10. Like to me, your album has to be flawless, or you can't have any more than two songs that I didn't like. So like if you have 20 songs on the album and I like 18 of them, then I'll give you a 10 out of 10. But this album is it's hard for me to give an album a 10 out of 10 because there's usually 3 or 4 songs that I don't really mess with. But I did give this album an 8. I said I may even go to an 8.5. But I gave it an 8 out of 10, which is good. And I, like I said earlier, I like this album better than Invasion of Privacy. That's just me. That's just me. Now, I don't think it's going to sell like Invasion of Privacy, but me personally, my taste in music, I like this album better than Invasion of Privacy because Invasion of Privacy, it took a while for me to even like that album. I'm be honest. Invasion of Privacy had to grow on me. I didn't like it at first, but the more I listened to it, I liked it. This album I liked immediately. And I've already played this album more times. I've listened to this album 3 times already. I'm about to listen to it another time. Invasion of Privacy came out 8 years ago, and I've only listened to it twice all the way through in 8 years. I'm already about to start my fourth listen on this album. So I like this album way better than IOP. But that's just me. I think you're wrong. I respect it. I respect it, Mrs. Mitchell. I respect it. I like that. I'm about 7 songs so far. Okay, Sexy 60, that's good. The first song was Summer Walker. I gave it 8.5. I think I may have gave that song a 7.5 or something close to that. Will Jay Z come back with a new album anytime soon? Jay Z's gonna drop an album before I think the top of next year. I said before the year is up, but I'm thinking the top of next year. If he don't drop it on his birthday, it'll be 2026. Not many features was out. Yes, it had way less features than she did on IOP. Remember on IOP she was just coming out, so yeah, she was new, so she's gonna have a lot of features. But I really like this album. You're not wrong in general. I mean the part about selling more than IOP. Oh, you think it's going to sell more than IOP? Okay. Well, I hope you're right. I'm a Cardi B fan. I'm a fan of her music. I hope you're right. I just don't think you're going to be. respectfully, respectfully, I don't think you're going to be. And the reason why I say that is Earth Time is my favorite. Oh, Tari Tucker, that's a new one. I had heard nobody say Earth Time was their favorite, but that's the beauty of listening to an album that has 22 tracks. You're gonna get somebody's favorite, and it may not necessarily be the thing you think is a favorite. So that's cool. Trophies, absolutely. Mostly everybody likes trophies. Trophies is fire. So I wanted her to release trophies. I DM'd her and had a conversation with her back when she released. I said, "Are you gonna put out trophies or?" That was during the time where she was like, should I put out trophies or should I put out Miami, which was enough? I said, I will put out trophies. She said, my fans said enough. And I said, so what you gonna put out? And then that was when she was going to Miami, and she said, I'm gonna perform both songs, and the song that gets the most motion is the one I'm gonna release. And then the next time I spoke to her, I said, I guess I guess enough won. And she said, yeah. But I always thought Trophies was the better song. She should have had that out a year and a half ago. Right? You heard Jay Electronica new album? No, Zeka. I did not hear it. Email me the link to heavenclark@gmail.com. How is it? How is it, Zeka? I did not know that Jay Electronica put a new album. Oh, is that the one that Diddy's on? I wanted enough and like what on the album instead of whopping up. Mm. Very interesting, Mr. Mitchell. Yeah, I might agree with you. I wasn't really feeling the whole whopping up, but I get what she was doing. She wanted the numbers, the optics makes it look good. Oh, it's platinum already. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So that's the reason why she did that. Oh, Zeka, it's on YouTube. Yo, thanks for that. I'm gonna look it up. Oh, Mimi. Hey, you know what, Mimi? I saw the last name and I said, I think that's Mimi, but then I didn't want to say it was you, and then I look like Boo Boo the Fool. What's up, Mimi? Mimi. I'm telling you, I started to say, "Is that Mimi?" Because of her last name. Y'all make sure that y'all hit the like button coming in. Um, I'm gonna get back on the Cardi. I just want to switch up and talk about 6ix9ine real quick because 6ix9ine made a comment that I told y'all a long time ago. I told y'all that you would your mouth would drop if you know who effed Bad Baby when she was underage. Bad Baby was going around giving up the cookies to all those rappers. So all those rappers that when she was underage, all those rappers were smashing Bad Baby. I told y'all that, and then 6ix9ine just confirmed and said the same thing. He was like, all them rappers was effing Bad Baby, and if I didn't know that for a fact, I would say 6ix9ine is lying. But I'm telling you, he's not lying on this. He is not lying on this. A lot of those rappers slept with Bad Baby before she was 18. Before she was 18. 6ix9ine, Young Boy. I'll name a couple. Chief Keef, um, Playboy Cardi. So Playboy Cardi, 6ix9ine, Chief Keef, NBA Young Boy. Um, who else? Then the an athlete the athletes too. Uh, allegedly DeAndre Hopkins. Um, who else? DeAndre Hopkins, Playboy Cardi, Chief Keef, 6ix9ine. I don't know whether academics slept with her or not. I don't know whether academics did, but it's a lot. I think a lot of people forget that she came to our TV screens at the age of 12. So yes, we kept seeing her everyone, but we didn't think her actual age anymore till she turned 18. Yep. Diddy, no, no, Diddy didn't screw her. Kodak Black, yep. Kodak Black. How high are you? I don't get high. See, but I've never gotten high a day in my life. No, Diddy let's see, but Diddy don't smash underage girls. That's one thing Diddy don't do. Diddy will smash and be very violent with his girlfriends, but I've known Diddy a long time, and I was in the industry many years. And until TikTok and all this other shit, there was never any rumors about Diddy with underage girls. Never. That was never a rumor. You heard, there was rumors about him being bowling from both sides of the lane. There was rumors about him being a woman beater. There was always those rumors. A womanizer, a woman beater, and he might bowl from both sides of the lane. But nobody ever said, "Oh, Diddy, yeah, he be messing with kids." Nobody said that until TikTok. That was never a rumor in the business. And you could tell what happened during court. That didn't come up. Nobody came and said that during court. And if that happened, if they had proof or evidence that happened, it would have came out during that trial. Because they wanted to nail Diddy, pause, they wanted to nail Diddy to the cross bad. And if they would have had proof that he was messing with kids, trust me, it would have came out. Diddy don't fuck kids. Imagine TikTok being out in the 90s. When I was coming up, so many secrets would be exposed. About Jay Z? No, absolutely not. Jay Z too smart for that, man. Like, yo, if Jay Z ever go down, it's gonna be something to do with money. Jay Z, look, come on, man. Like, we Gen X, we Gen X. We don't mess with kids. Of course, there's gonna be a few. There's gonna be some R. Kellys of the world, or whatever. But for the most part, and R. Kelly ain't from New York. For the most part, these New York cats, we don't mess with minors. You know what I mean? R. Kelly from Chicago, but there's hardly any New York cats, especially Gen X dudes. Tell me some Gen X dudes from New York that got caught with minors. We don't fuck minors, and if we do, we don't get caught. I mean, but here's the thing, man. Back in the 80s and 90s, all the dudes had a girl under 18. All of them. All of them. I have not met a rapper, right? And now I'm not talking about now. I'm not talking about in now times or since the 2000s or whatever. Since it became not the thing. But you have to remember, when I was in high school, right? All of the hot seniors, all of the girls 17. Nia Long will tell you. Nia Long said when she was 17, her boyfriend was 30. That's what Nia Long said, right? Now, in my high school, Hempstead High in New York, all of the hot girls that were seniors, all of them had boyfriends that was either a drug dealer, a college basketball player, or something like that. And they would come pick them up from high school, and all them niggas was in their 20s. All of them was in their 20s. And nobody thought nothing of it. Nobody thought nothing of it. What's up? Hey, it's me. Cause she did a meet and greet. Okay, so Derp, I'm glad you mentioned that. From what I understand, she met with Billboard before she did the meet. Hey, it's me. I want to hear your story. Derp, before she did the meet and greet, to my understanding, she met with Billboard and cleared it and said, "Is this okay?" And from what I understand, Billboard said yes. So I don't expect them to take any sales from her. I'm 20 years old. When I was 17, a 24-year-old dude tried to talk to me, and I wasn't having it, and I told him my age. He still tried to talk to me. I was by myself and I was scared, so I gave him a fake number. I'm telling you, hands me. Listen, what about that story about Macomb lived in the street life? What about that story about Macomb living in the street life? Certain states 17 is legal. I don't understand that, Stallion. What do you mean? About Macomb lived in the street life? My friend who was 16 years old was talking to a 20-year-old. Yep. Athletic. And I was 17 at the time and I tried to advise her that he's a weirdo. Listen, hey, it's me. Like I said, what you make I feel lonely in a new city. What you recommend I do? Find I'll tell you what you do. The first thing you should do is go find a Korean masseuse. Go find a Korean masseuse. That's the first thing you do. If you're lonely in a new city, go find the nearest Korean masseuse. Go get you a massage. They're gonna ask you, you want front? And you say yes. And after you do that, come back to me. 17 years and 20 is really a weirdo. I'm a white dude, but my girlfriend's black. Thoughts on that? No, I don't have any thoughts on that. I bet you her body is juicier than any white girl you ever been with. So I like it. Hey man, if you in love with her, if she's a good match for you, hey, to each his own. I'm 20 years old and I would never talk to a 17-year-old. Oh, okay. But again, that's you. That's you. Hold on. Let me go back and see. Mrs. Mitchell, Mr. Mitchell. Let me see. Let me see what you said. Cause I missed your question. My bad. They want Diddy and Jay Z be guilty so bad. What was your question? Hey, it's me. I don't see it. What's up, Sookie? Sookie. Okay, but hey, it's me. So hey, it's me. You said you're 20. I never talked to 17. Hey, it's me is a girl. I'm gonna assume is a female. But it's a little different. What you said, talk to 17. I said, is 17 and 20 weird to me? No, it's not weird to me. Like, but I can see if somebody thinks it's weird. But 20 and 17, no, no, that's 3 year difference. And remember, 17 now in most states, I think in 49 out of 50 states, I think 17 is the legal age now. So that's not weird to me. But if it is weird to other people, I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, you crazy." But no, everybody has a different opinion on it. Now, if I was 20, would I talk to somebody at 17? Maybe not. But if there is a 20-year-old talking to somebody at 17, I don't think that's that weird. That's only a 3 year difference, right? So when and it's only about because people saying you're 17. So then if they waited till they were 18 and they were 21, it wouldn't be weird anymore. You see what I'm saying? Or when they were 24 and the other girl's 21, it's not weird anymore. It's still only 3 years. So you know what I mean? 3 years to me is not weird at all. You know, I never got involved with the age thing, like unless the person is like underage person, like that's 21 and 21 and 15 and so like that. Okay, now you're talking something totally different. But when it's 20 and 17, so let me ask you, is it still going to be weird when they're 87 and you're 84? Right? Think about it. Is it still going to be weird? Because it's still 3 years. So is it still going to be weird when they're 87 and you're 84? Nah, I don't think that's weird at all. Yes, Ron's. I see Dame Dash, man. It's Dame. You making New York look bad, brother. You making New York look bad. Well, my niece was 17 and her now husband was 20. Again, Mr. Mitchell, I have no problem with it. But like I said, I come from where I come from. Girls was dating guys in their 20s. You know what I mean? Well, again, you have to remember it really depends if 17 is a minor. 17 isn't a minor now in 49 out of 50 states. So yeah, if 17 is a minor in that state, then yeah, I can see why you consider it weird. But then what they should just do is just wait till the next year. Okay, I can't date you right now because you're 17, but I'll wait and date you when you're 18, and I'll be 21. I mean, if it's really all about them being underage, so then the person will just wait another year. But like I said, most of the states now, 17 is legal. Some Pennsylvania, 16 is legal. So you got 16-year-olds effing 21, 22 year olds and not getting in trouble. But this symbol, I don't know what your name is, but I can see, I respect your opinion though. You know, your opinion is not wrong. You're not wrong for thinking that way, but I just disagree with it. Um, yeah, Dame, I'm done with Dame. Let me see what y'all saying. Y'all make sure you hit the like button, please. Coming through there, hit the like button coming through the door. Freestyle. Nah, I'm not gonna freestyle. It was a different time back then. Yeah, yeah. Back then, it was different. And if y'all remember the movie Belly, right? If y'all remember the movie Belly when it came out, remember there's a scene in Belly where the girl is like, "Oh, I've been dealing with him since I'm 14, but he won't f me, but I suck his dick though." And she was like 16, remember? And then nobody said nothing about that. Nobody complained about that. Now they couldn't put Belly out now because everybody be like, "Oh my God, cancel DMX." But remember, DMX, the girl was said, "Oh, he been knowing me since I was 12. I've been sucking his dick since 14." Remember that? Yeah, and she didn't say nothing. What up, Wizard Kelly? What up, Wizard Kelly? And nobody said anything. Like even when the girl found out, she was like, "Oh, like." She didn't even complain about the age. She was just concerned about, but when you come to drug dealers, I'll tell you all about drug dealers. A lot of my friends, I never sold drugs in my life. I never did drugs. But a lot of my friends were drug dealers. And all of them had at least one bottom bitch that was 16, 15. Yeah. Wizard Kelly in the building. What's up, my guy? All of them. They had girls like that, man. And we used to get mad because we like, yo, there was this chick named Goldie, right? So when I was in high school, I'm around I'm a little younger than Misa, right? So, but when I was when I was entering in high school, if you didn't sell drugs, you was selling your ass back then. Nah, I definitely wasn't doing that. That would nobody buy my ass. I definitely wasn't selling that. But um, yeah, there was a chick named Goldie, right? And Goldie looked like Misa. So back then, like um early 90s, right? Early 90s. So let's say this was 91, 92, right? I was in ninth grade, somewhere in there, right? So um Misa and Goldie, they looked alike. They were like light skinned black girls rocking the blonde hair, right? Nobody was really no black girls was really rocking that, right? They were the only two girls in New York that rocked blonde pigtails. So Misa, who's Diddy's first baby mother, she was rocking the blonde pigtails. And then this girl named Goldie from my high school, she was rocking blonde pigtails, right? So, but Goldie, her boyfriend was a nigga. He was a drug dealer. He was like 24. We was like, yo, we tired of these drug dealers coming up here taking all the seniors. Right? So as a freshman and sophomore, we wanted to get with the senior girls. But then they always had some old nigga coming, scooping them up. I'm like, damn, I can't wait till I get a car. I couldn't wait to get a car. I'm like, damn, I can't wait to get a car. Cause I was like, all they yeah, man, they turned out and then they be coming up to the school. And you gotta remember, even hip hop back in them days. Even hip hop back in them days, hey, it's me. What did LL Cool J say in the song Big Old Butt? Y'all remember Big Old Butt? Remember that song LL had? Tina got a big old butt. I was at the mall sipping on the milkshake, playing a role, taking a break, admiring the girl with the bamboo earrings, baby hair, body built to sway. That's when I seen her. Her name was Tina. Grace and pause, kind of like a ballerina. I said, how you doing? My name's Big L. Don't ask me how I'm living, cause yo, I'm living swell. But then again, I'm living kind of foul, cause my girl don't know that I'm out on the prowl. To make the long story short, I got the digits. Called her on the payphone, gave her a visit. I was spanking her and stanking her, chewing her and doing her, laughing cause my girl didn't know that I was like, so that was big old butt. Tina got a big old butt, right? So in the second verse, LL said, I was at the high school about 3 o'clock. Now, at this time, LL was 20, 20 or 21. He may have been 21. I was at the high school about 3 o'clock, trying to catch a cutie, riding my job. Have do you think Drake? I'm gonna get to that, Ron's. I'm gonna answer that next. My homeboy's Jeep, system laughing, cold dope, thoughty dog, smiling and laughing, girls all over, the kind I adore. I felt like a kid in a candy store. That's when I seen her. Her name was Brenda. She had the kind of, now remember, he said he's at the high school. She had the kind of booty that I'd always remember. I said to my man, stop the Jeep. She's only 17, but Joe don't sleep. So, yeah, he would be canceled today. Have you do you Drake gonna try to fight LeBron? Nah, nah, he ain't gonna do that. He's not gonna fight LeBron. He just ain't gonna fuck with him no more. He ain't gonna talk to him no more. You know, LeBron is not a fighter. Like LeBron ain't. You see him talking now. He's like, yeah, we just doing our thing. It's always love. It's always gonna be love. So, nah, it won't go that far. He definitely won't fight. I see them making up before I see Drake trying to fight LeBron. Nah, people don't want to fight. They say they want to fight, but they don't really want to fight. Drake's not a fighter. I'm not saying he can't fight, but Drake's not a fighter. Right? How was it then once we hit middle school? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Middle school was like probably my favorite time of school. Middle school was my favorite time in school, I believe. No, it may have been elementary, sixth grade. I think once around sixth, seventh, out fun. But middle school, that's when you first start liking girls. You know what I mean? It's like, okay. You start noticing girl because like I didn't really even start looking at girls until I was like 15, 16. Because I was just into sports until then. I was into sports and then hip hop came along and I fell in love with hip hop. So me and my boys, we just made like a lot of tapes. That's when you was making tapes in the basement. But up until then, It was all sports. I played sports 24 hours a day. I wasn't thinking about no broads, nothing. All I was doing is playing sports on the block. Sixth, seventh, ninth, 11th, and 12th. Hey, it's me, skip 10. She said, what, 10th grade? The end of middle going into high was my favorite time. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, Mimi, that was my favorite time too. Like going into high school. When I got to high school, I'm like, ninth grade wasn't fun for me because you were a freshman. Hey, it's me said, fuck 10th. She jumped right, she jumped right over 10th grade. I wonder why LeBron switched on Drake like that. Ron, here's the thing. I don't even really think he meant to switch. That's just LeBron. Like LeBron is a I'm not gonna say he's not a clout chaser, but he is a bandwagon hopper. Like he's and not even really that. I think he kind of was just like he fucked with Kendrick too. You know what I'm saying? Because even during the battle, when Drake put out a song that was hot, he was dancing to the Drake song. So I don't even think LeBron switched up. He probably didn't consider switching up. He probably was like, okay, it's a battle, and I'm just responding to the battle. But his mistake was when Kendrick put out the PDF song. That's when LeBron, who's supposed to be a friend of Drake, should have did what Curry did. Like, come on, you know, I know it's a battle. Drake's my friend, but so I'm not really jacking this whole pedophile route. The man's not a pedophile. You know what I mean? That's what he should have said. So I don't even really think LeBron meant any harm by it. I don't think he meant to switch up on Drake. You know what I mean? I just thought that he probably thought that it's a battle. I'm enjoying both records. You know what I mean? He was already a Kendrick fan. Now he was a Kendrick fan. So but he didn't make the right decision when once Kendrick started mentioning personal stuff that could be harmful, like you're a PDF, and then once he found out that Drake's house got shot at, LeBron should have said, you know what, I'm not gonna be dancing to this no more. This is causing, you know what I mean? Cause Steph Curry, who was Drake's friend, and Kevin Durant they didn't dance to it. They didn't jack the song like that. So LeBron, you're supposed to be closer to Drake than both of them. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be closer to Drake than both of them. I'm from Cleveland. He left us twice. But he did bring you a ring too though. You see what I'm saying? He bought you a ring though. He bought you a ring though. And Cleveland, his second time around, they wasn't willing to get him players to give him an opportunity to win another championship. So if you want a player at LeBron, and LeBron was in his prime then, if you know what he left you before, so it was kind of like the way Cleveland responded to LeBron was like, okay, you gave us our championship, so we really don't care what you do now because you gave us our championship. So we're gonna be good for another 10 years because you delivered a championship. LeBron was like, you know, they were going to keep Kyrie or what have you, and but they ended up trading Kyrie anyway. But LeBron was like, if we're gonna, you got to rebuild, right? Get more players in here so we can keep this thing going. That's why I look at it. Bron wins wherever he goes. You're right. Do you like Nas? I love Nas. I love Nas. Steven. I think Nas because Rakim's my favorite rapper. Nas has Godson on him because of Rakim. because he's saying he's God's son. They call Rakim the God, Rakim the God, the God MC. So that's the reason why Nas got God's son on his chest, because everybody used to call him the son of Rakim. So I gotta like Nas because my favorite rapper of all time is Rakim. And they compared Nas to Rakim when he was coming up. Nas isn't my favorite rapper, um, but I do love Nas. COVID ruined my second semester of ninth grade. My whole 10th. Oh yeah. Oh okay. Oh, so hey, it's me. You a youngin. If you was in high school with COVID, COVID was 2020. So what you like? Damn. So you said you're 20, right? Jay Z is my goat. Jay Z is my goat too. But Rock, no, Jay Z is the goat, but Rakim is my goat. But Jay Z is the goat, but Rakim's my goat. It's like same thing with female rappers. Nicki Minaj is probably the goat, but Missy's my goat, right? So, but generally speaking, for the consensus, most people will probably say it's Nicki Minaj, but Missy's my goat. We have different generations here tonight. I'm a baby boomer. Sexy 60, you're a baby boomer? Get out of here. I got baby boomers that come in my. Well, okay, I like that. I like that. I like that. Well, you remember I got a show. Me and my brother got a show coming out called Generations. So Sexy 60, um, uh, what's her name? Ashanti's gonna be on there as a special guest. So you need to be on the panel on one of my shows, because Generations, I have at least one person from all generations on my panel, and we discuss things. We discuss like music and slangs and stuff like that. So you should definitely be on my show and week. My mom was a boomer too, but I like that I have a baby boomer in my chat. And Sexy 60 is a very loyal member. She been rock with me a long time. My son was doing online school in like fourth grade for COVID. It sucked. Let me tell you something. I don't know what to call you because I just see a symbol. So what should I call you, symbol? um, my daughter, she's 11, but she had to do homeschooling. And let me tell you something. April, okay, April. Um, my daughter had to do homeschooling for COVID, and let me tell you something. It slowed her down for 3 years. She's just now catching up. Like when you got to do homeschooling and then you have to pretty much become the teacher, it really messed her up. It messed her up for 3 years. It messed her up. My dad is 1966, and I think he's like Gen X. Yes, 66 is Gen X. Yep. Yeah, because I'm telling you something, April. I had to become her teacher. I'm like, and her mother. Get out of here, man. Yeah, I had to become her teacher. And Mimi, let me tell you something. Pray for that girl. If I gotta become your teacher, let me just give you a little something. You know how they say when you graduate at the top of your class, you graduate comma sum laude, comma what's it called? When you graduate at the top, comma sum laude, right? That's what they call it, right? When you graduate near the top, comma sum laude. or come through, Lordy, when you graduate? I graduated. Thank you, Lordy. so, so, me, yeah, it's like, so me, me being her teacher wasn't a good move. I graduated. Thank you, Lordy. Just enough. Thank you, Lord, that I was able to graduate. Because a lot of times it was looking real suspect. You know what I mean? I played around a lot in school because I had natural smarts, and then I didn't really take advantage of it. And I just thought that, oh, I'll pass. Oh, I'll pass. Oh, I'll pass. It got to like, yeah, Scorpio. Yeah, yeah, I'm a Scorpio. I'm very smart. And then my sister, see, I used to try, God bless the dead. I used to see my sister and get gassed up. Because my sister, like, she would miss, one year my sister missed 45 days of school, right? And she got all A's because my sister was very smart. Like, she would miss weeks at a time and then go in and take her regionals and she'll get an A, and everybody would be so mad. Like, how's this girl? She never comes to school. Like, Gina Clark never comes to school. Like, how is she getting A's? My sister was just smart, and then she would miss so much school. She'd be calling out of school and watching The Young and the Restless when she was like 13. She would just watch The Young and the Restless, Zoom, right? But then she would go back to school after missing like a week or 2 weeks, take her regionals, A. And then everybody be like, how's this girl getting an A and like she never comes to school? Oh, Mimi, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Funny you mentioned that. So back in them days, we used to have truant officers, right? Let me tell you what a truant officer did. If you miss school, right? If you miss school 2 or 3 days, they would come to your house and be like, oh, why is your daughter not in school? They would come to your house, right? So, um, and then, um, and then, yeah. So right, right. So truant officers, yeah. With Gen Z, they don't do none of that. They don't. They be like, they didn't come to school. Good. they they be wanting y'all badasses to stay home. Gen Z, you in the bad generation. Hey, it's me. And no one gave her pay. Exactly. They be wanting y'all to miss school. They be like, I hope that bitch will show up. And April, your son is in a bad generation. I'm sorry. Gen Z is the worst generation that God ever created. I'm happy you got a son. Trust me, it's a blessing. But I'm telling you, he's the worst generation. I'm glad my daughter missed Gen Z. She's Gen Alpha. I'm glad she missed that generation. I would hate for her to be a part of Gen Z. When I was in school, they tried to take my mom to court because I was always late. Let me tell you something. So let me tell you something. What happened, April and Mimi. So we was like, if you miss school, the truant officers would come around the area. So one time, my sister missed school, and she went to the pizza parlor to get pizza. The truant officer would go around the areas in the school to see if they saw any kids that wasn't in school that day. They saw my sister getting pizza. They were like, "Why are you at the pizza parlor?" Yo, that's how they used to give it up. So the truant officers came and they took my mother to court. They took my mother to court. They tried to take my sister from my mother and father. They had to go to court and everything. They were trying to take my sister away from my parents. Shit is crazy. They were like, "Oh, it's abuse and this that." And my sister was like, "I'm not getting abused." Yeah, but they took her to court, and my grandfather was a 33rd degree Mason, right? And this may have saved my sister. I'm not saying that they would have took her, but my grandfather told my father, he said, because he was a 33rd degree Mason, he said, when you go to court, he said, I want you to do three things when you go to court. He said, first thing is, you're going to stand in front of the judge and hold your hands down in front of you like this. And then he showed my father, he said, stand like this, down in front. Put your hands up. He said, first thing you're going to do is wear a suit. He told my father, first thing you do is wear a suit. He said, the second thing, hold your hands down in front of you like this, right? And he said, because the judge is more than likely a Mason, because all judges mostly are Masons. He said, so, and you're going to stand perpendicular to the square. So stand perpendicular to the square, wear a suit, and have your hands down in front of you like this, with your hands like this. Yep. And and the judge came in and saw my father standing like that. The judge was like, yeah, he pretty much said, yeah, they're good. Like I don't see any problems here. Just that and the other. Yeah. My father was like, wow. And then after he saw that, that made my father join the Masons. I got stories on stories about my family and things that I've witnessed. The reason why I don't talk to most of my family is because they're into the occult. I believe it. I believe it. Hey, it's me. Hey, it's me. You don't want to be bothered with that, right? Hey, it's me. Don't even like somebody being 3 years older than them. Yeah, and riding the goat, riding the goat. You know what I mean? Riding the goat. It's crazy. My father says, "Oh yeah, you had to ride the goat." Like what? Weird shit y'all be talking about. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My father said like when you got initiated into the Masons, you had to ride the goat like on the night you get initiated. He said they like have this long sheet and they put you in the middle of the shit and that whole bunch of Masons and they like snap the sheet and you pop all the way up in the air and you come down and they snap the sheet and you pop it. That's called riding the goat. Most of the men on my dad's side are powerful politicians, and the things I witnessed are insane. I believe it. My mom's side is not that bad, but they're into that mess too. Hey, it's me. Don't want to be part. Hey, it's me. You ain't want to be bothered with your own mama. She said they into the cult. F that. How you 20 and don't even mess with your own mama? That must be rough. I could never think about not messing with my mother at 20. Shit, I can think of not messing with my mama at 45. Shit, God bless her dad if she was still around. They got special tags on their vehicles. They all went to Hogwarts. So shit. Most of the men on my dad's side are powerful mortician. Ride the goat. I went to Hogwarts. April, April crazy. I messed with my dad, but not his family. Okay. All right. Well, at least you mess with some. At least you mess with somebody. So, what else did I want to talk about? Oh, so Somebody asked me why if Cardi does 185, it won't be considered a flop, but y'all consider Nicki Minaj a flop at 185. Okay, so here's the first thing to answer that question is I never once said that Queen flopped. Like I said, to me that was my favorite Nicki album. But here is the two things. Here's the thing I have a problem with when it comes to Nicki Minaj fans. Number one, I only get along with a couple of them, right? The real fans like Darius is a Barb, but Darius is cool with me, right? Darius knows that I'm not gonna kiss Nicki's ass to make him feel better or to make any Barb feel better that supports me. But I will give you the God honest truth, right? I won't unnecessarily criticize Nicki. I'm not gonna talk about her husband and so I don't care nothing about that. I'm not gonna call her fat or call her call her son names or talk about her. I could care less about her husband, right? The only thing I talk about is the music and maybe her personality, the stuff that she does. But um, the thing that I have an issue with when it comes to Nicki Minaj is her fans. Y'all, if I got any Nicki fans in here, I'm talking to you. Her fans are very contradictory, and what I mean by that is they constantly say, "Don't compare that girl to Nicki Minaj. Don't compare so and so to Nicki Minaj. Oh, she's not on Nicki's level. How dare you mention her with Nicki Minaj? How dare?" So then, if you're constantly saying, "Don't mention her with Nicki Minaj," then when Cardi drops, all the Nicki Minaj fans are looking to see what she does. Well, why does it matter what she does? If you said if she's not Nicki's competition, why should you care what she does? Right? So then they're gonna say, "Oh nope, if she does 185, that's a flop because you said that Nicki flop." Well, there you go again. So is she on Nicki's level or she's not on Nicki's level? Which one is it? If she's if you're going to if she's not on Nicki's level, then you're not comparing her to what Nicki did. You're comparing her to the other girls, right? Am I right or wrong? If you're not going to compare her to Nicki Minaj, right? If you're not going to compare her to Nicki Minaj, then you're comparing her to the other girls. So if she does 185, what are those other girls? What's the closest them other girls got to 185? Megan did 100 of Good News. That was in 2021. Doja Cat did 108 of Planet Her, but that wasn't even a rap album. The closest after that is what, 70 with Doja Cat? So if she does 185, that's double what Doja Cat did on Planet Her. So how can it be a flop if we're not comparing her to Nicki Minaj, right? The thing is, they do compare her to Nicki Minaj, but they don't want to admit it, right? They hate to admit that Cardi B, after only 2 albums, she's competing with Nicki Minaj sales wise. She beat her on her first album, and Nicki was on album number 4. And the reason why some people, and like I said, not me, I didn't call 185 a flop. But the reason why 185 would be considered a flop to some people is because they're comparing it to Nicki Minaj's prior numbers. So when she dropped, remember, she's got 14 years in the game. She's the queen of rap. She's got the biggest fan base, right? She's the most talented, as all the Barbs say. So if you got the biggest fan base, you're the queen of rap, and you're the most talented, how you gonna do 185? So that is the reason why. And like again, not me. I never said Queen flop. But the reason why people would be saying that is the same reason why they said More Life by Drake flopped. And he did almost 400,000. But they called that a flop because they were used to Drake doing 5 and 6 and 7 and a million. So when he did More Life and it was around 300 and let me see, what did More Life do? Hold on. What did More Life do? How much did More Life sell first week? More Life did 505,000, right? And they said it was a flop. They said it was a flop. Wait. So Boss Lady Nene, again, I agree. And I agree. But I'm not gonna be the one to come on here and say that Cardi B is a better rapper than Nicki Minaj. She's not a better rapper than Nicki Minaj. But as of late, I enjoy Cardi's songs more than Nicki Minaj's songs. Right? I just do. I enjoy Cardi's songs more. And PF2, they going crazy over PF2. I'm like, that PF2 album ain't better than Am I the Drama? It's that PF2 album. I had a hard time getting through that album. I'm like, where's the bops? Like where's the hits? Like if you get past fuck the club up, fuck the club up. If you get past that, it's like you need a magnifying glass to find the hits. That album did not have. I was like, this is her worst album. This is her worst album, right? And so I don't know why her fans are going crazy over PF2 because that wasn't it. To me, that's her worst album. And I'm listening to it, and I was like, let me listen again. I'm listening at night. I'm gonna wait till the morning and play it back again. And I waited till the morning and played it back, and I was like, this album is didn't land for me. Oh, it's sold 228 because she's got the biggest fan base. Well, look at now. They're so bothered by Cardi B that they're out there spending money to stream an album, to stream PF2, knowing good and damn well they're not gonna listen to them songs anymore. But because they so triggered by Cardi B and they're so afraid that Cardi B is going to sell more than PF2, they're going out there and streaming her album. Like you're streaming a old album when you know you don't really want to listen to it, but you just want to take the shine away from Cardi. And yet you're going to be able to do that because you have a big fan base that knows how to manipulate the streaming system. But that still is not everybody knows no one's still listening to PF2. Everybody knows that. Nobody's still listening to that album, not even the Barbs. They know they're not. Yes, IOP so more than PF2, but IOP would it would have to be IOP was against Queen, right? So PF2 is like the new era. So they're going to be comparing this album to PF2, not IOP to PF2. IOP got compared to Queen. It sold more than Queen. Now we're on the next phase. PF2 is going to be compared to this new album from Cardi B. And I just don't think that she's going to sell more. But who cares? I thought she wasn't her competition anyway. So the Nicki fans constantly say, don't compare her to Nicki. Don't compare her to the Queen. But then that's exactly what y'all do. As soon as she dropped, oh, well, Nicki had so and so songs on the chart. Well, Nicki did this, that, no. Oh, well, Nicki went number one in 30 minutes. And so, so they constantly compare Nicki to Cardi B, but then they constantly say, don't compare Cardi B to Nicki Minaj. But that's what they do. So, like I said, you can't have it both ways. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button coming through. And if you want to support the stream and support the channel, the Cash App is $Heaven Hollywood. I don't really, if you want to do a super chat, that's fine. But, I tend not to like super chat because YouTube takes half of that. Fans always reference Nicki old song, not even the Queen era. Her fans are stuck. They're doing that already. Exactly. I hate when they do that. Nicki's features during the Hate Train era were her best features. I'll tell you something. The Nicki features, I mean, the songs on Queen were fire, right? It was like song after song after song, freaking Ganja Burn, Dreams, fucking Hard White, fucking Good Form, LLC. It was just banger after banger after banger after banger. I'm like, God damn, this album is fire. But it didn't get the recognition because she was in the hate era. But I don't listen to charts to decide whether a song is hot or not. So I was like, I don't give a damn what the charts say. I don't care whether Travis Scott is number one. Travis Scott album was nowhere near as good as Queen. Like I don't listen to Travis Scott. Like Travis Scott, I think of him the same way I think of Tyler the Creator. I don't think of them as real rappers. And Playboy Cardi, these aren't rappers. These are not rappers. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, Travis. They're like, oh, Tyler the Creator sold 300K. He's not a real rapper to me. Yeah, Playboy Cardi, like who walks around like that as a rapper? With his eyes in the back of his head, a cross hanging down, like these guys are like heavy, like Satanists to me, like the heavy metal guys. I supported Playboy Country on 16 before he blew up, mostly to his old stuff. He was much more like rap then. A lot of my generation likes Tyler Gray. Yeah, your generation like him. Is Lourdes Madonna's daughter or someone else? Not the Lourdes that's on Cardi B's album, but Madonna does have a daughter named Lourdes, but that's not her. That's not her. It's spelled different. But I like the way Lourdes sounds. Um, I like the way she sounds, but the song that Cardi got with her is just a little much for me. But I love the way Lourdes sounds on that record. But all that stuff about her and Stephon Diggs, it's just a little much for me. So I didn't really like the song that like that. But I love Lourdes's part though. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see the hype with Tyler the Creator either, but a lot of people like him. So yeah, that song was a little much. That song's a little much. So I didn't really like that. I didn't really like Hello. Um Bottega Baddie, like I can see where it would be useful, like on TikTok and in the club, like real quick. Oh, Bottega Baddie. Oh, Bottega Baddie. Like I can see where it'd be useful. It's just not for me. So I skip over that. I skip over Hello. I skip over Bottega Baddie. I skip over that song. And then there's one other Offset song that I don't really rock with. That's the second Summer Walker song. But other than that, there may be like 5 out of 22 that I don't really mess with, but 17 of them I'll play. Very good album. I love the Selena one. I hope she makes that a single because I believe that single would go number one. The Selena song. That song should have been the single. MC Search, love him, love him. Eminem loves him too. MC Search was the first real white rapper who was nice, and he has to get extra brownie points because he put on Nas. So the man that is responsible for us getting Nas will always get props for me because he put on Nas and he didn't rob Nas, and he's Jewish, so he's really the only Jewish person who didn't really rob a black man. So Nas to tell you to this day, Search never did him dirty. He never gypped him, jerked him of no money. So I always give props to MC Search for that because he was a Jew, a Jewish guy, and he could have robbed Nas, but he didn't. I mean, so shout out to Search, man, third base. MC Search. Black cat is bad luck. Good God, wear black. Must have been a white guy that started all that. Name the Gad's fate for your little white lies. My confession to the mountain is blue eyes. Cardi and Tyler, I like that song too. I think Tyler was rapping on that. Yeah, people are, you know what? Because she said, oh, I'm not black, I'm colored. Like, people aren't really even mad at that. Third base, pain therapy, third base. Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. Product of my environment. On the street of Far Rockaway, Queens, Redfern houses, I won't seen Long Beach is where I first kicked my lingo. Tyler can get back in person. Jeffrey Dahmer. Me and the boys just sleeping on the cuties. Never had static because everybody knew me. Jeffrey Dahmer. I'll make a deal with you. Number one, third base wasn't out in 87. But I'll make a deal with you. If you tell your mama to come give me a massage, I'll go to bed. So when I hear your mama knock on my door, I promise you I'll go to bed. All right? So send your mom over here and then she could put me to bed. Tell your mom to put me to bed, and I promise you, I'll make a deal with you. I promise you, I'll get off here and then go get off on your mama. Yeah, BB. Yeah. I bet the neighbors know my name. The neighbors gonna know your mama's name. Yeah. Tyler seems should have pulled that interview, to be honest. And everything she said in that large paragraph, she could have said it on the podcast. And I mean, I don't even like all that colored stuff to me. It was just people just trying to I just think it's just people just trying to find reasons to be mad at Tyler. Like I really don't think it's a big deal. Her saying the colored thing, like, yeah, they blew it out of proportion. Proportion, man. Baiters. They just looking for a reason to be mad at that girl. And that's how people from the island they say colored. They're like, oh, I'm colored. So now people can argue, well, she should know her audience. Her audience is mostly black. Okay, I get that. But she's not from here. She's new in the game. Like, you got to give her some grace, right? She's still young. She's new in the game. Like, you got to have an OG sit her down, like, hey, listen, sis, like, the game that you in, like, I wouldn't really suggest that you say that or what have you. Like, just give her some grace, right? Give her some grace. Can't find anything on Tyler being racist, colorist, spitting on donuts. Hey, don't be trying to come for ponytail. Don't be trying to come for ponytail. I know when you say spitting on donuts, you can only be talking about my girl ponytail. Don't come for ponytail unless she call for you. Hey, it's me. I feel some type of way you come for ponytail. Only person around that's allowed to talk about ponytail is me. Don't play. I don't play when it comes to Ariana Grande. I'm the only person that's like Britney Spears. Don't talk about Britney Jean. Leave that to me. If everybody talk about, oh, look at her, you see her spinning around like she's crazy. Don't call her crazy. I can call her crazy. That's my bitch. Nobody talks about my bitch but me. Yeah, but watch your mouth. Watch your man. You should watch your mouth. Bitches is pressed. Administer the mouth. You see them steps? I am the champ. Attention. You want to step to. This is something, something. Not even I rap to. I forgot what she said, but attention. I forgot what she say. This is a. What did she say? I am the champ. Something announced. Attention. Damn, I forgot the lyrics. Oh, something. Nick my body. Hey, yow. That's funny. When Nikki's get ready to rap, she says, "Hey, yo." And when Cardi's get ready to rap, she said, "Look." You ever notice that? Before Nicki raps, she goes, before Drake raps, yeah. Before Nicki raps, hey, yo. Before Cardi raps, look. Oh, yeah, that's what she said. You don't want smoke with me. This is a lace blunt. Okay, that was it. Something. My crown won't fit on that bum ass lace front. Here's the table. Oh, something, something. Ooh, see. Ooh, see. You call him Ricky. I think something Lucy. Something, something, something. I forgot. I forgot. I used to know it by heart. I used to know it by heart. Do you think Drake will bounce back from this lawsuit? How much do you think his next album will sell? Um, Drake's next album is going to be lower than his others. I think it will sell 400. I think it'll do 400. Yeah, I think he'll do about 400K. Um, I don't know if he'll ever truly bounce back from the lawsuit, but he has a big enough fan base and enough people that like him that he won't like go and sell 150K or nothing like that. I think he'll be up in the fours his next album. Wait, 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 wait. You think 150K or less for Drake or for Cardi? Oh, so Hey It's Me said 150K. I said 185. I said 185. I said 155, but then I saw her rollout. I really liked what she was doing on her rollout, plus her dropping it off in the drones and all the physical copies. So I said that's going to bring it up another 30K. So I'm predicting 185. And I'm usually spot on with these predictions. Huh? Have the Diamonds do the fucking Macarena one. Oh, let me tell you something. Was that crazy, BB? Oh, there's just some lines. There's just some lines, right? That you just never heard before. I never heard no shit like that before. I said, did this bitch say that the Diamonds do the fucking Macarena? Oh, yo, that line was fire. That line was fire. Now let me tell you about what I hate that these fans do. What you hate? Hey, it's me. What you hate? These fans will gas these celebs up and not buy their music. I have explained this to you. Oh yeah, yeah. Like explain this to me. Oh yeah, they'll do it. They'll do it. And I don't understand. Let me tell you something. Hey, it's me. I don't like that either because they did that to Megan when Megan did Plan B. Right? She was just gonna keep this as a concert performance at her concert. The people heard Plan B. Oh, drop that now. Drop that now. You gotta drop that. Oh, you gotta make that available. Megan went and dropped that Plan B. It didn't do shit. It didn't even try. I'm like, why would y'all tell her, drop that right now, drop that ASAP? They did the same thing to Chloe. Chloe put that song, Surprise. I was like, Chloe, don't you drop this trash. Her fans, oh my God, drop that immediately. She goes and drops the song, and then they don't even buy it. I'm like, they be get like they let these artists get gassed up because they be acting like they're gonna buy the record. Oh yeah, make that available right now. And then the artist goes and drop the record, and then y'all don't even buy it. Like stupid, man. Right. And Chloe is everything that people say they want in an artist. She's natural. She don't got enhancements. She writes her own songs. She don't use auto tunes. She can dance. She can produce, and people still don't buy her music. She's brown skinned. She's not light skinned. Everything that they say that they like in a black woman, Chloe don't got a bad reputation, so you can't say she's a hoe. You can't say she's got a bad reputation. She ain't got no kids. She's not light skinned. She writes her own music. She don't use auto tunes. She's natural. She can dance, and they still don't support her. And they still don't support her. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. No, her first album was okay because you remember she this album that she just did was her. It's kind of like her second album, but her first album did okay, and she got the Grammy and all that stuff. So or got nominated for a Grammy. So she did okay, but the second album is after she had the issues with the colored thing, right? I just write and write. I have lines that are chapters for real. Oh, Fishy, you're a writer, what, a screenwriter or a writer of stories or raps or songs? What do you write, Fishy? Same thing with Normani. Like when Normani put out Motivation, everybody was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, she's gonna be the next big thing." And then when she put out Wild Side, I'm sorry, Wild Side should have been the number one song. That video was the hottest video I've seen in a long time. I still have not seen a video hotter than Wild Side since she dropped it. There's not been a video put out that was hotter than Wild Side. The closest thing to me, as far as a video goes, was probably that 10-minute video by Taylor Swift. But that Normani video and song should went number one. I don't know why it didn't, but that song should went number one. The song was fire. The dancing in the song was fire. The music video was fire. But Tyler, yeah, they said she's gonna be a new Beyonce. I mean, a new Rihanna. I mean, we're not gonna really see artists like that anymore. So no artists that come out of this generation, they're never gonna have the impact of a Rihanna or Beyonce until we go back to making people go to the record store or making people go to Best Buy or making people go to Walmart or making people go to Target to buy music. That's the only way that we'll ever get artists like that again. As long as streaming's involved and stuff like that, you're never gonna see another Beyonce or Rihanna or whatever until they make these people go back to buying physical music and say, listen, the songs is coming out in Walmart and Target. The first week, that's the only place you can get the music. The second week, then it becomes available online. That's what I think they should do. So the first week charts will only be people who actually really go out and purchase music. You can count iTunes, right? But you have to purchase the whole album, not a couple of singles. Purchase the whole album, and you only get one purchase per week. To me, that's the only way they can make it fair. You get one purchase, and then you have to purchase it at Walmart or Target or Best Buy, like back in the day, or buy it through the mail. You purchase it and they send it to you in the mail back like back in the day. To me, that streaming and all that shouldn't be available till after week two. Y'all make sure that y'all send either a cash app, it's a dollar sign Heaven Hollywood, or you can send a super chat if you want. If you want to, you know how to send those. But I prefer a cash app because YouTube take enough of my money, but they get 50% of all the super chats. Well, you're right. Talent doesn't mean anything now. Let me tell you something. Like you can, anybody can rap now. Anybody can go and get a beat off of the internet or get a beat off of YouTube. Have their producer just loop the beat. You go and put it on your phone and start rapping to your phone, and then send it in to your producer. And then next thing you know, if it goes viral, you're a rapper now. Because if it goes viral, the record labels are going to find out who you are, and they're going to say, hey, what do you think about going on tour with Tyler the Creator? What do you think about going on tour with Travis Scott? Oh my God, really? And then you just put out one single, and then everybody is loving it. You went viral, but you don't know how to be an artist. You don't know how to be a rapper. You know what I mean? You just caught lucky with a song. So that's the reason why you don't see artists like you used to. And yeah, some of the fans are saying that Tyler's grandma just passed, and they said that she shouldn't sell out and come back to South. Let me tell you something, man. It's hard. It's easy for people to say that when they not the ones that make the decision about that money. And see the record labels is like, listen, your mom's just died. You can put your mom's away nicely and sign this deal that she'll never have to worry about it again. Y'all make sure everybody that's in here have liked, hit the like button at least coming through the door. So it's hard to turn down that money when it's in your face, right? Darius, what up? What up, Darius? I have a hair in my nose that bothering the hell out of me. Kalani and Chloe just spoke on the AI thing. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Then people be telling, "Oh yeah, haters." Like anybody who endorses in AI music, they got an issue, man. First week was expected. This album should have been released in 2020. Content is dated. Um, but again, you have to remember those. We talked about that earlier. Those numbers are without physical, without pre-sales, and without vinyls. So they're saying 125 to 150. First of all, that's an estimate, and whenever they do the estimates, it's always at least 20K higher from the estimate. But on top of that, they don't have pre-sales because they don't know it. They don't have pre-sales, physical, and vinyls incorporated into that. So with just streaming estimates, she's really like on pace for what I said, right? She's really on pace for about 185. And if she does 185, there's only one other rapper, that female rapper, that outsold her. So, and the female rapper that outsold her is only probably the greatest female rapper of all time. So again, she has nothing to be ashamed about if Nicki Minaj is the only female rapper that's going to outsell her, and she hasn't dropped in 7 years, right? She's going to sell more than Doja Cat. She's going to sell more than Megan. She's going to sell more than Glorilla. She's going to sell more than Lotto. She's gonna sell more than Ice Spice, right? So there's nothing to be ashamed about if, according to Nicki fans, she's not on Nicki's level anyway, right? I mean, that's all I've been told. Don't compare her to Nicki Minaj. She's nowhere on Nicki Minaj's level. She's nowhere of the rapper Nicki Minaj is. Don't you dare compare her to Nicki Minaj. Okay, so then if we're not comparing her to Nicki Minaj, we have to be comparing her to the other females, right? So if you're comparing her to the other females, she's gonna double their sales. That's the way you gotta look at it. Unless you're going to admit that she is Nicki Minaj's competition. But the Barbs don't want to do that. You see what I'm saying? The Barbs don't want to do that. They want to say don't compare, but then and then and I loved the Barbs with their, oh, let's start the blackout. And they was the first ones to that album before Barty Gang. They had their alarm clock set at 12 o'clock, had their notifications set at 12 o'clock. Soon as 12 o'clock hit, their bars ran there. Oh, it's garbage. It's trash. But they went and listened to it. You see what I'm saying? They went there and listened to it. I thought y'all was blacking out. You have a blackout, that means you don't listen to the album. You don't talk about it. You don't listen to it. I seen Barb's getting mad. Other Barb's saying, you're giving her promotion. Don't talk about it. So they can't help it. They can't help it. Cardi B bothers them. They still a lot of them still haven't gotten over that invasion of privacy outsold queen. A lot of them didn't get over that a lot of people went to Cardi B from Nicki Minaj and they haven't returned back. And then she went and won a Grammy like her first year. That still bothers him. They try to act like it doesn't, but they don't be worried. They didn't lose sleep when Lotto was dropping. They didn't care when Lotto dropped. They didn't lose sleep when Doja Cat dropped or when Ice Spice dropped. They was waiting on Cardi album, just like they were Barty Gang. So again, I don't see no shame in that's like, oh, losing to LeBron. Well, you're probably not gonna be better than LeBron. But if you lose to LeBron, you know, 21-18, that ain't nothing to be ashamed about. Okay, I scored 18 points on him. If that was anybody else, I probably would have beat him. Right? That's where I look at it. Most of the songs that the Nicki fans reference are old songs from Pink Print. That's true. That's true. They continue to talk about her every chance they get to the point they forget to even mention their queen most of the time. Now that's true. Again, Nicki Minaj fans are not all of them, but I get on them all the time and they get mad at me. But I say, why are you still talking about Cardi B? But anyway, it's 4 o'clock, y'all. Y'all hung out with me for 3 hours, or no, for 2 hours. But I'm about to turn it in now. All right. Link up with me in the comment section. If you got anything to say that you're gonna say then, leave it in the comment section. Remember, if you can send me a cash app, it's $ Heaven Hollywood. And y'all did good, man, hanging out with me this late. I appreciate y'all's time. All right. I'm gonna catch y'all.